support and they were seconded, so you got both, Megan. So it was Rob and John Paul. These don't need to be supported. All right. All those in favor of Member Wagner for president, please signify by raising your hand. Motion carries 6-1. All those opposed, please raise your hand. Member McGregor, were you in favor or opposing? Opposing? All right. So motion carries 6-1. All right, we will now accept nominations for the office of Vice President.
President Wagner, I would like to nominate Member Torres for Vice President for 2026, please.
Support? Do I have a second?
Yes. Second.
All right, the motion has been supported. I know I normally am not supposed to do the support, but everyone was looking down.
Don't.
I know. But I didn't want to yell at you, Rob. All right, all those in favor of Member Torres for Vice President, please signify by raising your hand. Motion carries 7-0. We will now accept nominations for the office of Secretary. I would like to nominate Dr. Mike Ristich for Secretary.
Second. Support. Second.
All right, it's been seconded and supported. All those in favor of Member Ristich for Secretary, please signify by raising your hand. Motion carries 7-0.
I'd like to make a motion to nominate Member Donahue as treasurer.
Mike supported. Remember, we have a second? Kim and John Paul, they both at the same time, so whoever you want to put in the minutes. All right, all those in favor of Member Donahue for treasurer, please raise your hand. All right, motion carries 7-0. All right, we are now going to move on to Board of Education appointments. The board is seeking appointments for various committees as listed in the packet. So we're going to go through this. This is, again, just our organizational. There's quite a few committees that we as board members commit to being a part of in our community. The first one is Oakland Schools. The previous representative was Member Wagner, with Member McGregor serving as alternate. Is there a member interested in this appointment? I will remain. I'd like to remain if you'd like to remain as alternate. All right. All right, so thank you, Member McGregor, for being the alternate, and then I will remain as the rep. Oakland School Boards Association of Government Relations Committee. The previous representative was Member Torres and Member McGregor serving as the alternate. Is anyone else interested in serving in this appointment? Do you want to remain as the alternate? And do you want to remain as the person, or do you want to do that? All right. All right, thank you, Member Torres and Member McGregor, for being the reps and the alternates. Waterford Township Recreation Board. The previous representative was Member Petrucia, with Member Donahue serving as alternate. Is there interest in continuing?
I would love to.
You'd like to stay on as the rep?
Yep.
Member Donahue, would you like to remain as the alternate? Okay. All right, thank you, Member Petrucia, and thank you, Member Donahue. Hess Hathaway Advisory Board. The previous representative was Member Ristich, with Member Petrucia serving as the alternate. Would you both like to continue, or is there interest in someone else? Continue? Member Petrucia?
I'm good.
All right. You're making this very easy. Thank you, Member Ristich and Member Petrucia. Waterford Youth Assistance. The previous representative was Member Sonnekrant, with Member Petrucia serving as alternate. I know that Kim would like to stay on. You'd like to stay on, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Patricia, are you good? Member Patricia, are you good with alternate? Okay. Thank you both. Thank you, Member Sonnekrant and Patricia. All right, Head Start Policy Committee. The previous representative was Member Wagner, with Member Ristich as alternate. Do you want to stay as alternate?
Yeah.
Because the meetings are Friday mornings, and I think you and I probably have the most flexible schedules with that. So I will remain. Is anyone else ever, are we good? I know you can't anymore, correct, Rob?
Yep.
Okay.
I've worn out my free lunches.
Okay. Well, now it's not lunches, it's breakfast. Thank you, Member Ristich, for being the alternate.
Food.
Drayton Plains Nature Center, the previous representative was Member Donahue with members Torres and Ristich serving as alternate. Would you like to continue, or would you like to switch out of this role?
I'll nominate Member Donahue.
I'll remain as the representative.
Are you sure? Take your alternates on.
Elizabeth's down there smiling. I think she wants it.
What day are the meetings?
One yet.
Would you like to
we should share
learn
with
more about weeds? If not, I'll stay on as the representative, that's fine.
Garlic
So-
and mustard weeds.
What is it? They're like once a month on some night.
Are they Wednesday evenings?
What's that?
Oh, Elizabeth doesn't have any top ones yet.
There you go.
All right, do you want to switch
Be at the top.
and be the alternate, Member Donahue, and Member McGregor? Do you want to be the representative?
You don't have to. I'm numb to it, so I can.
Pat, you already know all the trees.
Co-reps.
You've learned everything. It's move on.
You know what, you could be, would you like to be co-reps?
No?
Okay. I know,
The alternate.
are you sure?
Yeah, Member Wagner, you've got your chance. Or no, I'm sorry,
No.
Member McGregor, you've
Yes.
got your chance to be the representative for the Drayton Plains Nature Center.
I want to make sure that Member McGregor is good with that. Are you okay with it? All right, thank you, Member McGregor.
Yeah, it is, yeah. No.
And Member Donahue is the alternate. All right, thank you to all of our members for representing this board and further serving our community through these appointments. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. It's very important that we're part of our community, and I think this is a good way for us to do that. All right, Board of Education operating norms. I move that the Board of Education reaffirm the operating norms previously adopted by the Board of Education, which I did already go through those, unless you'd like me to read those again, since they were in our presentation. Do you want me to reread them?
No.
Okay, all right. Is there support?
Support?
All right, Member Donahue and Member Torres supported. All those in, the motion has been moved and supported. Are there any comments or questions in regards to our operating norms? Are we good? All right, all those in favor, please signify by raising your hand. Motion carries 7-0. The 2026-2027 Board of Education meeting schedule. I move that the Board of Education regular meetings and Committee of the Whole meetings for the 2026-2027 school year be scheduled per the list provided at 6:30 p.m. Regular meetings are held at the Waterford Township Hall Auditorium, 5200 Civic Center Drive, Waterford, Michigan, unless posted otherwise. Committee of the Whole meetings are held at Kurzman Administration Services, Prairie Campus, 501 North Cass Lake Road, Waterford, Michigan, unless posted otherwise. Do I have support for the meeting schedule? Has everyone had a chance to review it?
Support?
All right. Member Sonnekrant, Member Donahue, both supported it. Are there any comments or questions in regards to the schedule? All right. All those in favor, please signify by raising your hand. Motion carries 7-0. We're moving to the consent agenda. Unless there are objections, the consent agenda will be approved as presented. Do we have any objections for the consent agenda? All right. Now we are moving on to our information items. Strategic plan update with Superintendent Martin.
Thank you. Just want to give a status update in terms of where we're at with the strategic planning process. As we know, we're in the 5th year of the previous strategic plan. So Greg Janicki from Michigan Association of School Boards has been working and coordinating and facilitating with us stakeholder engagement over the last couple months, starting in November through January 9th. We had the community survey that was open and available, and then starting late November, December, and then into January, we held input sessions for different groups to be able to share their feedback about the district. We will then compile all those, and as of this moment, we have created a strategic planning team that will be joining us on February 7th at the Crary Center, Crary Middle School, from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And the goal there is to take all of that feedback and develop the next 5-year strategic plan for the district, which will be mission, vision, and goals. So I want to say thank you to those that have been involved in that process. Parents have come out, community members have come out. The district parent council that I meet with monthly, they were a part of it. The student advisory, the high school students that I meet with monthly were involved in it. So thank you everyone for your feedback already. And for those that are going to be with us on February 7th, I'm excited about that process and looking forward to the continued work.
All right, thank you. Now we are moving on to the summer 2026 roofing projects with Assistant Superintendent Hildebrandt and Mr. Sid Tippett.
Good evening, trustees. In your package, you'll see information about 2 roofs that are scheduled for roofing repair replacement for this upcoming summer. We have 7,500 square foot over the cafeteria at Mason, and we have the full transportation garage and office area that needs a full roof replacement. These were in our past review of all the roof and on schedule for replacement. We try to choose a selection of roofs that are in our rotation for replacement each year. A bid was put out by our consultant, SME, in compliance with all the state guidelines. Those bids have come in. We are recommending award to the lowest bidder to spec, which is Molnar Roofing. We've done work with Molnar in the past, and we're adding in a $50,000 contingency. Certainly as roofs leak and there are seams, you know, when you get down into it, there's typically things that need to be replaced. There is unit pricing that we received. So in your package, there is the letter from SME. You have the bid tab, the per unit pricing, and then you have the photographs of the areas that are up for replacement. Happy to entertain any questions.
Are there any questions? Member McGregor?
Sorry, can you hear me all right, hopefully? Okay, have we had any issues with any of the roofing that they've done in the past?
Not that I'm aware of. Sid, are you aware of any issues?
No.
Okay, I assumed that, but I just wanted to make sure, because we have had some roof issues, so thank you.
Are there any other questions? All right, well, thank you for that information. I think we're staying with you for our,
We are for a couple
yes, for the elementary water coolers. And I see Carla is making her way down as well.
So good evening once again. So the water coolers, back a few years ago, we know that we had the Flint water crisis. That water crisis led into laws that were enacted by the state of Michigan to comply with fresh and healthy water within all school buildings. And those laws and those filters and those fountains need to be in place by June 30th of this year. We did receive grant funding. I want to apologize. In the information item, I have the wrong amount listed. Our total grant funding is just under $170,000, of which we've used $64,000 to date on the previously awarded fountains that we came to you earlier this year and requested for that to be approved. The remaining amount of that $170,000 will offset the cost of our team and filters that we've purchased. So that will actually help the general fund out a little bit because our own workers did as much of the work as possible. There were other fountains that were needed to be put in that require substantial construction-related work. Plumbing, electrical, and that is why they were included with the bid packages for the elementary media centers so that we could take advantage of the most competitive pricing that we could get on this purchase. So we know that this is an unfunded mandate from the state of Michigan, but it is the law and we must comply. We had the $170,000 in grant that we received. We're going to need support, and we're recommending support from the bond funds of $203,000 to cover the rest of those updates. And I wanted to provide you just the volume of units that we're talking because I think it helps shed light on why this is so costly. We had to add in 4 new bottle filling stations in our elementaries. We had to remove and install, we removed water coolers and installed bottle filling stations, 18, so 4 new bottle filling stations, 19 replacements. But here's the big thing, the classroom bubblers, 101 needed to be addressed.
What,
101 classroom bubblers, so the sinks within the classrooms at the elementary. Bubblers, they call them bubblers.
Yeah, the sink, the faucet.
I-
Bubblers.
Rob, I don't know why they call it that, but they're
Hey,
called
Dr.
bubblers.
Seuss, it's a sink, a faucet.
So it, it is a tremendous undertaking that Sydney and the team have been working diligently on. I know Barton Mallow and French really helped us with the design. We were looking at, with all these classroom bubblers being capped off or not providing that water fill station that all of our elementary kids are accustomed to, we wanted to be sure that they were in locations that were readily accessible, which meant looking at where are there sinks in classrooms, can we tap into that piping and bring it out into the hall? That's why there's tile work and other work. So we're willing to entertain questions.
Member Petrucia?
You said that this has to be done by June 30th?
Correct.
It's a law, kind of like the legislature had to make a budget by September 30th. And who's checking if we have these things in and done? Because we're doing a survey of our schools, I forget exactly where.
The building utilization study?
I hate spending money on buildings that might not be there, whether it's 20 or 30,000 for a sink that's going to be ripped out. A bubbler, I mean, what's the difference between a faucet and a bubbler cost? Is there any difference? I mean, are bubblers more expensive because they sound cooler?
The filtering is more
The
expensive.
filters and the bubblers, okay.
But it, you
But
know,
it makes no sense. We're going to be spending money that I know I'm not going to be using. I did it at Waterford Village. We spent hundreds of thousands of dollars that we ended up tearing down.
I
And
agree
I
with,
don't want to be part of that.
I agree with you. It is an unfunded mandate. Unfortunately, it is the law. We will have to comply with water testing and other reports, and we don't
As
want.
we do now, we have to do water. We've tested our faucets. We had a couple of them that were bad a few years back. In a closet that the janitors filled their buckets with. I don't think many people were drinking out of it, but I would have. That's a problem. But it just, so we missed the mandate. What's going to happen?
I don't think we would want to be on the front page of the news if there were to be an issue and we hadn't complied. I think that the aftermath of that would be much more costly to the district, and I hear you and I agree with you. This is an unfunded mandate from the state of Michigan, but it is the law.
Gravity's the law. This is a suggestion.
I understand. This is not a suggestion. It was written into law. But I,
Member sorry. Member Ristich?
I was a little bit confused on the cost, specifically the relationship between the bid cost and how we were utilizing the grant. Can you go over that, please?
so the grant we used to purchase all the filters, which are not part of the bid costs, that was what was awarded previously by the board to get ahead of the supplies. Sydney was very proactive to say, everybody's going to be trying to grab all these supplies by that June 30th date. So proactively, we went ahead of time on that consortium bid, and he was able to secure all of those fountains and filters for us. So of that remaining, that was just under $170,000 for round figures. We spent $64,000 on the filters to date. That remaining will take in our labor costs of our own staff and buy any other needed filters to exchange. This amount coming from the bond is for the bricks and mortar to put in those other water filling stations down hallways where all those classroom bubblers are being shut off, to give those kids access to that fresh water.
Okay, so just so I'm clear, so we've spent $64K of the $170K grant, leaving about $109 left or so, and that's going to be on labor?
It'll be our staff labor
Yep.
along with other filters that we need to purchase ahead of time, because these filters have to go through a normal replacement cycle. So we're going to try to get those ahead of time, stock them in the warehouse, so we have them readily available to try to best utilize the grant.
So then the cost of the bid itself, the 203K, covers what exactly? Because
It's covering the construction, so it's the plumbing, the contractor, the tile work, to actually put in the bottle filling stations that were already procured, to actually place them directly into the building. So you've got electrical, you got plumbing, and you have tile work.
so all told,
Correct.
all told, the unfunded mandate is coming up $275-ish thousand.
Well, we got 170.
I know,
Right.
all told.
Correct.
That's
Correct.
how much it's cost.
And that's what we know, and we're still not done. There will be other things that will still come in afterwards. This is to put us into compliance right now with the 1 unit for every 100 staff or students in a building.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Member Torres?
We have to do this by June 30th?
Correct.
Okay, and then the building utilization study, when will we have the information on that?
We should have preliminary data that's coming out hopefully in the early spring. One of our lead individuals from that team unfortunately has had a health issue. So there's a bit of a delay.
And then, so we have to, what was the mandate? You said it was 1 station?
You have to have 1 for every 100 individuals within the building, student, staff combined, right, Sid?
Correct.
Okay.
So if, June 30th, we're out of school by then, so do we get like a carryover to like fall or something?
Well, we intend to do the work over spring break and as soon as school gets out to be in compliance by June 30th.
Okay, so to be in compliance by June 30th, so then you'll finish the work then during, is that what you're saying?
The work should all be completed by June 30th. We
By
will
June
be
30th,
in
spring
compliance.
break, Okay, all right. Okay, thank you.
And I think, Member McGregor?
I just wanted to clarify to make sure I'm understanding something. So is there an additional phase-in after we get these in, or is that, I wanted to make sure I
It's
understood what you
not
said.
an additional phase-in, but there's other expenses that will occur, like the filters and some other
Like
replacements.
regular expenses?
Correct.
Okay,
There's
thank-
ongoing carrying costs from having these stations in place.
perfect. Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate that.
Do we have any other questions?
Just another thing. Waterford has their own water system. We're not getting it from anywhere else for it to be polluted, for it to be tested. It's like, hey, we're going to be, taking a bus trip across the desert, but everyone must wear a life preserver. It makes no sense. We have good water. It's stable. It can be proven. This is dumb. That's all, in my opinion.
Understand, it is it is one of the unfunded mandates that's been pushed out to every district. And there are uniqueness within each district.
I do have a question as well. Do we have any buildings, we have done this already in some, haven't we, said we?
Yeah, we've had, as we've been going and doing renovations, especially at Mott, right, some years ago, we put in bottle filling stations throughout the whole building, right? There's still some that have to be, changed, especially in the pool area and whatnot, but that's why that building already has as many as it's needed.
Okay.
We have more to do, but that's always been part of the projects too. So we've been trying to install, even when, on our own area, when we have drinking fountains, if the space is able and capable, we try to install bottle filling stations. That's what the kids like, that's what the principal likes, so we try to do that anyways.
So these are just the ones that are remaining? The 101 are just the ones that we have left, right? It's not in every single elementary building, it's just the ones that we haven't to date changed out, correct?
Yeah, so we have been on our department, we've been trying to get all the low-hanging fruit, right?
Okay.
The easier ones that we can kind of get, which is just randomly throughout the district, depending on the access and what we can do with our actual people. But this right here will be at all 9 elementaries.
Okay. And I assume Stepanski is completely covered already because it was a brand-new building, so we don't have to do anything there, do we?
The only thing we had to go ahead and the drinking fountains that didn't have an actual bottle filling station, we were able to put a conversion kit on it, and so we already took care of that building, so it's done.
Okay, great. All right. And we don't know actually yet the outcome, obviously, of the building utilization study, but it is, we want to make sure that we're being fiscally responsible. And unfortunately, with the mandate that's unfunded, you would think that it was something that they wanted us to do, that they would fund it. But I guess that's a discussion for another time. Member Ristich?
One more question. I expect the answer to be yes, but I imagine that we've had some of our staff doing some work, and the bid from Barton Malo reflects that work that has been done by our staff already, by which, well, here's what I mean. If we've had staff remove existing fountains, right?
Correct. We've had our staff do as much as they can in terms of the removal, the capping off, and along those lines. The work that is part of this that's coming from the bond is the heavier lifting work. This is where we need to drill through the hallway wall at elementary, tap into that plumbing, and then make the connection, install, make sure the electrical drop is down there, that they're reaching the electricity. It's beyond the scope of our team.
So at the end of the day, this is a bid from Barton Malo that reflects the latest where we are at now. In other words, this thing didn't come in a little while ago that we didn't have staff start working because we had the grant funds.
Correct.
Okay.
All right, are there any other questions or comments? All right, we are now going to move on. Thank you so much. We're going to move on now to the bid packet for the 26-02 Mason Media Center HVAC, again with Assistant Hildebrandt.
Good evening again. Mason Middle School has an HVAC unit near the media center and part of the media center that has been failing. And we always intended to replace that as part of the media center middle school bids. And we are pulling this HVAC unit forward. We did get bids in November so that we can get this replaced and make sure that the area is the appropriate temperature for the kids and staff.
All right, are there any questions or comments in regards to the Mason Media Center HVAC? Member Petrucia?
No,
Okay.
I have all kinds, but I did, okay.
Member McGregor?
I'm just trying to remember, okay, so HVAC, I'm thinking this as a forced air system. This isn't the old school boiler type system that we're replacing, is that right?
Is it a rooftop unit?
So it's technically 3 separate univents within this space. 2 of them are going to have air conditioning, so you will have a package on the roof, right?
Okay.
The other one is part of the, I guess, old system, as you say.
Okay, thank you. I was like trying to
Yeah.
put that together, so thank you.
No problem.
It's been a while since I've been there.
Are there any other questions? All right. Well, we know where to reach you if we do have any questions in regards to it. Thank you to all of you. We appreciate the information. All right, we are now going to move on to new business with Treasurer Donahue.
Superintendent's recommendation 282526, purchase agreement amendment, PH Homes Incorporated. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the first amendment to the real estate purchase agreement with PH Homes Incorporated. This amendment grants the purchaser an additional extension of time to secure necessary governmental approvals for the development of approximately 12 acres of vacant land. I so move.
Support.
Second.
All right, the motion has been moved and supported. Are there any questions or comments in regards to this? Member Petrucia?
Do we have a date that this ends at, because they had a date, and now we're looking to extend the date, but I don't see
It's May 15th.
May 15th
Yes.
this year?
Yes.
Is it on here and I'm just missing it?
No, I have the
Okay.
agreements.
Okay, I didn't see anything, but it's not just an ongoing, hey, in 10 years, you said you were going to do this. Okay, we have it, thank you.
There is a firm end date.
Okay, I'm good with that.
All right, are there any other comments or questions? All right, all those in favor, please signify by raising your hand. Motion carries 6-0. And Member Torres had to leave due to a commitment, a family commitment, so that is why he was not here for that vote. All right, we're now moving on to public comment. I don't have any green cards, and I'm assuming that none of you would like to come to the podium. You're more than welcome to. All right. We are now going to move on to our Board of Education reports. Are there any board reports? Member Petrucia?
I had a Parks and Rec meeting this week, and it was kind of nice because they've lost the CAI, what do they call that building now?
Condemned?
Yeah, it is. But again, we used to do the basketball and stuff like that for the elementary schools in our schools. And then we kind of broke away from that, and they started moving over to the CAI. And now that they've lost that building, we've brought them back into our building. And I've always gotten kind of a cold shoulder sometimes at these meetings, because like, the schools used to help out, and, you know, they're kids, they're all of our kids. And we got away from that somehow, but they've lost their building, and we've offered them ours. And they were very, very grateful for that we're stepping up and we're doing the right thing, basically, is they're our kids. It isn't township kids or Waterford Schools kids, it's our community's kids, so that's a good thing. And on that, and then we had a retirement resignation, Andrea Batten over at Stepanski. You know, there's always controversy with people in leadership, and it's, Steve Jobs had a quote that I really like is, if you want to make everyone happy, don't be a leader, sell ice cream. So I want to give a shout out to Andrea saying, hey, good luck.
All right, do we have any other board reports? Member Ristich?
Really quick, just wanted to shout out this really cool creative artists market that they have at Waterford Kettering on Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4. So it sounds like some of our students will be there presenting for sale their amazing work. I think the proceeds, I think, also benefit the art program over there at Kettering. So make sure to swing by Waterford Kettering on Saturday, 10 to 4. Really looking forward to our strategic plan. Again, to echo something Superintendent Martin said, thank you to everyone who's shown up to those sessions and for filling out the surveys. That's important work for the community and for us to be able to have that plan in front of us. So thank you, and please come if any other opportunities we might have. And Happy New Year, colleagues. I'm looking forward to a great year.
All right, are there any other board reports? All right, I just have a couple. I had the most recent Head Start Committee meeting at Stepanski last Friday, and it is always a joy to be in that building. It's such a gem to our district. Plus, we have amazing staff and families over there. They are going to be putting together possibly a need-based, I'm trying to figure out how they're going to try and put it out there. There are things that they're looking for, like 3T pants. They are in need of size 3 and 4T pants. So what they are going to do is try and get a sign-up genius that they can do virtually for our community, so that if there are items that you might have, we will make sure that gets shared, so that if you could help out, maybe help out our Stepanski kiddos, because, you know, it is the snowy season and you can only take so many pairs of pants with you to school. So just look for that. It's always a pleasure, though, to be in that building. Definitely enjoyed. I enjoyed my 10 years as a parent in Stepanski, obviously the old building, and always appreciate being in the new building. Also, I don't want to missay it, but the Kettering Theater Group, their musical is going on right now. And is it the Marvelous? Am I taking what you were going to say?
You're good.
Okay. So the Wonderettes, and then we have the Mott musical, Annie, coming up as well at the end of the month and into early February. So both of our high schools have amazing performing arts students. If you have nothing going on in those dates, check it out on our website. I would highly, highly recommend going to see one of the shows if you're able to. And a shout out to our Waterford Kettering varsity dance team, who just earned first place at the DTU State Championships for hip hop. And a huge good luck to our Waterford Mott dance team that will be competing this Saturday at the LCA at the Pistons Classic. So Both of our dance teams are phenomenal. Also a nice thing if you have nothing going on to come out to their competitions and see them perform. And Happy New Year to all my colleagues as well. I'm looking forward to what this new year has in store, especially with our strategic plan. And now we're going to move on to superintendent reports with Mr. Martin.
Thank you, President Wagner. You and Trustee Ristich stole a little bit of my thunder. In terms of our performing arts centers and our students at the PACs, just want to encourage people to go to the website, on our website, the Performing Arts Center. You can see all of those in addition to some others. I'm looking forward to being out there. Our performing arts centers and our students are just fantastic time. Also, I want to congratulate Waterford Mott science teacher Katie Mulick. She was named the WXYZ Channel 7 Exceptional Educator for December. And along with the recognition, Katie received $1,000 that she's able to purchase for things for her students. Thank you, Ms. Mulick, for your dedication and always putting students first. And lastly, schools are going to be closed this Monday, January 19th, to honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and his legacy. Beyond the day off, I hope we find some time to lean into his message of equality and justice. My hope is that we can carry those values with us and really strive to live better every day within those two principles. And lastly, we did have a snow day yesterday. All things look good for tomorrow, but I want to encourage people, please stay safe out there, stay warm, it's chilly, and hopefully some of our students had some good times on sleds and with hot chocolate, so thank you.
All right, we are now going to move into closed session by roll call vote. The board will move to closed session in accordance with Section 81H of the Open Meetings Act. Secretary Ristich, can you please take roll call vote?
Member McGregor?
Yes.
Member Donahue?
Yes.
I'm a yes. Member Wagner?
Yes.
Member Sonnenkrantz?
Yes.
Member Patricia?
I would love to.
All right, we are now going to go ahead and move into the conference room for our closed session. And we will be back to adjourn the meeting when that is concluded.